in our reserve account, which changes a lot of things for us, right? It improves, first of all, we'll have a balance sheet. We don't have a balance sheet. We can't even get a credit card. Okay? I'm gonna try to get a Chase credit card when we invest this money. This is where we are right now. Okay, we applied for a credit card, they denied us, okay? So we'll now have a balance sheet. Fairways Riviera Association will start to build up equity in the reserve account, okay? And we can actually, people wanna come and live here, they wanna buy a unit, they can actually get a mortgage for it because we're making all the necessary improvements. We have reserves in there, we have a balance sheet, and it's really good for everyone. So please, this is very important to me. I really believe we should be investing our money prudently. Please get these back to us as soon as possible so we can get feedback from the community. And if you have any questions about it, please, you can submit them via email. We will answer them in regards to this. All right, Jennifer, I'll yield my time.
Recording in progress.
1 second, sorry, we're.
Feedback.
Great, and let me just make sure we are recording. Oh, we are recording, great, okay. All right, Nelson, do you have any report to provide? Great, okay, so we're gonna move on to unfinished business. There's no, or reports of committees. There's no reports of committees. There's no unfinished business, and there's new business. The only new business that we have are we were submitted 2 questions in advance, so we are going to respond to those.
You want to go first, Joe? Okay. All right. Thank you for submitting the questions. Moving forward, please submit your questions via email. We don't have to wait for a board meeting. We'll answer your questions. The board will answer your questions via email if you have them. And it's orderly, right? We have questions here. We can answer them. And everybody gets to speak with their questions. So Unit 230, John Francis asked, we have one question for the board. We are asking for clarification about the SERS. Will the SERS be fully contributed by the end of 2026? And if yes, will our monthly payments be reduced by the 11.25%? If no, what, if anything, will our payments be reduced by once SERS is fully funded? Okay, so the 11.25% increase that we just experienced in our HOA fees covers everything, including the SERS. It covers all of our monthly expenses, and we are hoping we're never going to have to raise the HOA fees again. Okay? That's truly the board's goal. We don't want to raise these HOA fees anymore. So the 11.25% does include the SERS account. Now, when the SERS is funded, it's in perpetuity. It's never gonna, this is over the next, it's a 30-year study. So we're gonna put money in every month, and Vera, I think it's about $32,000 a month, ballpark. The SERS.
Here. Recording. Perfect, okay. All right, everyone. So 6:57, we called the board meeting to order. The same proof of notice, you have that in the official records of the association. This was sent to each member at least 14 days in advance. Reading and disposal of any unapproved minutes. Is there a waiver of the reading and a motion to approve? All right, a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It is Dave. Okay, great. So
Thank you, David.
unanimously passes. Reports of officers and committees, we did that in the prior meeting. Unfinished business, same, and new business. We are going to now do the election of the officers. So is there a nomination for president?
Yes, I'll nominate Joe DePasquale.
Okay, is there a second? All right, do you accept?
Yeah.
All right, unanimously passes. Is there a nomination for vice president?
I nominate Frank Monroy.
Is there,
Oh, take that back, Nelson Neal over there.
all right, is there a second?
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you accept, Nelson? You accept?
Yeah.
Great, okay. Secretary, is there a nomination for secretary?
I nominate.
Secretary. Right.
Frank.
No.
No, he's gonna be treasurer.
Treasurer.
Yeah, he's gonna be treasurer, but okay, we'll do treasurer.
Yeah,
So
sure.
treasurer, Frank.
Right, yep.
Second? All in favor?
Yeah.
Do you accept, Frank?
I accept.
Great.
That's it.
All right, now last, secretary. Well, we can have maybe two.
I'm
Let's have Frank can be,
Okay.
we can have two
Okay.
positions, yeah.
I'll take it temporarily.
I nominate Frank.
All right, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimously passes. Frank accepts.
I
And with that, unless the board has any comments, if you'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
All right, so adjourned at 6:59 PM.
Thank you, David.
All right.
Appreciate you being here.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Apologies for the inconvenience.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.